on deficit spending and how you can get to 1 billion GDP. So that would probably be the one that I do that in. Yeah, how do you prioritize one state over the other? I think the problem is when you're playing as Great Qing or Russia or the United States, when it's got the whole full US, you have all of these states, and so you're trying to manage all of them all at the same time. And you can't do that. You just have to go in phases. You pick one state, you start building that up, and then you go to the next one. So like in a US run, I usually start with Alabama because they're great for construction. They have everything you need for construction. So start building up this state, and the more construction you build up, the more your private sector will be able to do everything else you need. Remember, your private sector is building everything as well. So you focus on one state at a time, build up what you need, and I think that's the way you manage a plethora of states. Especially if you want to eventually deficit spend. I do have 480 hours in the game, and almost 95% of it is Serbia runs. Oh, nice. And min-max experiments with approaches. I play 2 or 3 runs per update and move on to other PDX titles. Yeah, that's usually how I am with other Paradox titles. When the new update comes out, I'll play for a little bit, and then I'll just eventually find my way back to Victoria 3. I thought Spiff Brits would do any exploit in the first day, but Connor. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult for sure. I don't care for min-maxing. I like more PRing my games and go for achievement / journal entries, historical borders. Yeah, that's kind of my play style too. I love the historical stuff, and I also love achievement hunting. I don't know why I love achievement hunting in this game. I would say even more than doing achievement hunting in other games. Jokes on them. I'm too dumb to understand which ideology I'm being forced on. Yeah, right. There you go. There you go. If they tried to force me down anything, I'm like, well, whatever. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. You kind of need to be able to manage your economy decently to survive, but then there is no need to chase numbers. That's right. Yeah, there isn't. It is. Everyone says, oh, it's just a number go up game. Well, there are many different numbers to make go up. There's a graph for everything. No, this game is just British Simulator because the game named after an era of Queen of Kingdom named Great Britain. This is true. This is either the British Simulator or the Rebel Against the British Simulator. Am I lagging? What is with this? Ah! What happened? What happened? How do I reconnect it? Oh, well, I'm still live on Twitch. Am I? Hello, hello? Am I? Oh, there we go. So, yeah, my YouTube feed just went down. Let's see. How can I... Oh. Well, wait, it says I'm live. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I am back on YouTube here. Yeah, sorry everybody. I don't know, the YouTube stream just quit, but then automatically popped up this new session. It did say interlace not supported, or yeah, it did say that. I don't know what that meant. There was some issue it was having. Maybe the stream was 1080i and not 1080p, and YouTube just borked it. Maybe. Damn, that sucks that it's gonna split up the last like 20 minutes of the stream here into a different video. All right. Well, apologies everybody, but Nevertheless, it looks like we're kind of back. All right, so let's continue. That was annoying. All right. Ooh. Oh, well. So yeah, we have this Turkish national movement going. Actually, I think we can take them on ourselves. But if they do rebel, the British will be able to help us with it. Now, we need to address our budget here. So the next episode would be 6. The thumbnail is so wrong. Oh, yeah, you know, what probably happened here. Yeah, so, well, because I have another session scheduled for tonight as episode 5. I'm just going to rename this one later as, like, episode 4.5. So that tonight's episode is still episode 5. Yeah, exactly. I'll rename it like 4B or something like that. So we keep our episode numbers intact. Alright, we are spiraling towards debt. Problem is, now when I sell buildings, the British can take them. Along with like a million other people. Not good. We might need to cut down on a construction sector. Now, is something super expensive? Let's see. Tools. You know, geez, I hate it when I do that. Apologies. Yeah, we haven't been able to really get this tooling workshop, or this tooling company going. So steel here in Bulgaria is not going well. Ugh. Yeah, here's where the BS starts. Yeah, we need to get this steel mill productive here. Let's put a motor industry here. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at this. Everybody's moving over here. We're not getting any British pops, though. I would like to start getting people from Croatia to move over here. I'm curious, the Major League Baseball's already over, and the World Series would start. Does your wife would watch that, or would you rewatch that? Yeah. What's funny is, my wife doesn't actually watch baseball all that much. She just, she's a big fan of her team, but she doesn't watch all that much. And yeah, especially if like the Mets aren't in it, then definitely not gonna watch it. What also sucks though is that so we don't have cable. We're more of like an internet streaming. I mean, we have one of those internet streaming ones, but it's now very hard to watch the local games for the Mets because you need like expensive cable or pay like a bunch of money a month. Oh, we lost our building there. Let's see, what would be profitable for us? Oh no, not this, not this. Although, why is that not hired? Victoria 3 is great because you can succeed without war. Yeah, in Victoria 2, you often just kind of had to go to war because you had very less options to get certain RGOs. Interesting. Yeah, I always found it curious that the cover of Victoria 2 was war-themed when it seems like Victoria as a series is much more geared towards the economy. I appreciate that about this game, that you don't have to go to war to do well in this. Stream stopped for me, but I explained my playstyle in previous chat. I have around 480 hours and 95% runs as Serbia, experimenting with different stuffs. I do 2/3. Oh, yeah. Damn. Yeah, see, I'd answered that one. I guess the stream had stopped then. Yeah, I said, I'd said it's funny because I'm kind of that way, but the opposite. Whenever there's like a major update to another Paradox title, let's say like Crusader Kings 3, I'll like go and play that for a little bit, but then eventually just veer my way right back to Victoria 3. Stellaris and EU4 are also very war-heavy, yeah, when it comes down to it. Not to mention Hearts of Iron 4 and CK3, it seems. Exactly. I think that's why, too, Victoria 3, at least at launch, or one of the reasons why they got a lot of mixed criticism, was because I think Paradox players in general like war. And, yeah, and this game is not as war-oriented. Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering here because I don't like that we're not constructing anything. One thing I hate, though, about being in somebody else's market is I do like to see my national market, and now... what's going on? So what could we build here? We need more coal. Although, yeah, we lost coal. So we have coal here. We should get more construction going. Tools. Honestly, yeah, we need tools. Just build more of these, and hopefully our company will buy it up. Oof, touche. Mets is not in the World Series. Looks like your wife would be upset. Mets fumbled last week. They're making the Red Sox advance the World Series. Yeah, but as a Mets fan, you're used to that. You know eventually that's what's going to happen. Being in the British market is a fate worse than death. Shipping prices through the roof, yeah. And what's funny is so at the very beginning of the stream, we started in the Ottoman Empire, so we started in the Ottoman market. And somehow the Ottoman market is even worse. Look at that, now we have the corn laws because of the British cost of grain. Alright, so... You know, interesting, this war is still going. What are the war goals? Enforce investment rights. They pay much, but fumbled by underdog like the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. Even Houston Astros failed. Yeah, such is life as the Mets. Whoa. Are you kidding me? They got the Ottomans on their side. Yeah, we're not transferring states, my guys. And of course, now with this war, you're going to tell me Britain's not going to send us any soldiers? You sent 1 million soldiers before in order to take us over. Now that we need your help in this, you're not going to send me anybody? Like, what about you 9 guys? Why don't you come over here? Oh, look at that. They did. They sent us 39. Damn. I didn't you know, I messed up. We should have been conscripting. But we have nobody. Oh wait, that's right, they're all over here. Yeah, and we got 5 of them. Oh boy, so we're probably losing Bulgaria. Man, this episode was rough for us, I have to say. It's a 1.10 is a new game. I can't believe the British are only going to send us like 40 troops. Damn, and I was so cocky with that uprising. I assumed Britain would help us out a little bit more than that. Oh yeah, and our budget sucks because our private sector is not building a lot. Because we got regional HQs sucking money out of us. Man, oh man. Oh, there you go. You know, I forgot the Ottoman soldiers are probably not upgraded as much as the British ones. Ooh, there we go. Stick it to them. Alright. What other wars do we have going on here? You know, I probably should have tried to add a war goal against the Ottomans, but... Ah, man, okay. This is not going to be good for us, though. We cannot go into debt. Uh-oh. Time to change the headphones. The United States. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if that budget's going to hold, though. Yeah. Damn. This is an interesting dilemma here. Let's slow it down here. What are we paying? So small arms. Tell me they're not hired up here. They are. Yeah, but of course, small arm, everything sucks here in the British market. Paying quite a bit for liquor. That's interesting. Yeah, it's our construction. Our construction is really killing us. Alright. I always say don't pause your construction, but we're going to pause it very temporarily. So that we can get out of debt a little bit here. This is going to really hurt the investment pool. We're going to take a look at what that does to them. The armed forces in western Serbia, led by Milivoj I'm gonna quit while I'm not ahead on that one, are demanding a solution to high rates of venereal disease among their men. They request the enforcement of laws that allow police to detain women suspected of being prostitutes in lock hospitals on the grounds that they spread venereal disease. No. Yeah, we don't want any more. Yeah, we don't want a -2 standard of living for the lower strata. Definitely not. Now, what is our main driver of losing? Oh. Wait. Am I not seeing the chat? No, my YouTube feed is very strange. Right. Alright, well, we got a little bit of an advantage here now. But it ultimately not looking well here. What is the main reason we're losing stuff? Control over war goals. Yeah. They don't really, though. Yeah, the casualties. This isn't going well for us. Alright, so we now have 259k built up. Alright, so now we can unpause construction. Take a little bit of burden off the investment pool. Alright. Well, we're at time for this session. This is all the time I have for today, but so we're gonna have to stop it here. Though I think we all know what's about to happen in this war. But that'll be it for this afternoon. But we're gonna be continuing this again tonight. So I have another Victoria 3 session for tonight. That starts around 8:30, so in about 7 hours from now. So thank you for watching, everybody. I apologize again for the technical issues that have been plaguing this today. I don't know. Only Prussia can save you, yeah. We're now the North German Federation. We will see. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, the Prussia of the Balkans, Bulgaria. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, thank you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for thanks for sticking around. Good luck tonight. Won't be able to join. They sleep those hours. Yeah, I know. That's why I try to do these morning sessions so that it's at a little bit better of a time. Yes. See you tonight. You will overcome this. Thank you. I appreciate the enthusiasm. That's what we need. Good night, folks. Yeah, good night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, same time zones suck. But yeah, we'll be back on tonight. And so for everybody else who's watching, thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. And as always, be awesome. See you next time.